Plastic pervades modern life, and menstruation is no exception. Since the middle of the 20th century, many tampons and menstrual pads have contained somewhere between a little and a lot of plastic in their basic design. Sometimes for reasons that improve the design, but often for reasons less crucial. Getting a handle on how much plastic waste comes from menstrual products is tough, in part because it's labeled as medical waste and does not need to be tracked, and in part because so little research has even looked at the scope of the problem. But rough estimates for the likely output are staggering. In 2018 alone, people in the US bought 5.8 billion tampons, and over the course of a lifetime, a single menstruator will use somewhere between 5 and 15,000 pads and tampons, the vast majority of which will wind up in landfills as plastic waste. Most American women will menstruate for about 40 years in total, bleeding for about 5 days a month or about 2,400 days over the course of a lifetime, about 6.5 years all told. All that menstrual fluid has to go somewhere. In the US, it usually ends up in a tampon or on a pad, and after their brief moment of utility, those products usually end up in the trash. The packaging and wrapping from tampons, pads, and panty liners generate more than 200,000 metric tons of waste annually. What's more, plastic and non-compostable materials in period products can take 500 to 800 years to decompose. Tampons come wrapped in plastic, encased in plastic applicators, with plastic strings dangling from one end, and many even include a thin layer of plastic in the absorbent part. Pads generally incorporate even more plastic, from the leak-proof base to the synthetics that soak up fluid to the packaging. Throughout history, people have used natural materials like leftover scraps of fabric, soft bark, or whatever else was available and absorbent to manage their periods. Many people who lack access to adequate sanitary products still rely on unsafe materials. But companies originally marketed disposable period products as necessary tools for modern working women who wanted to be discreet about menstruation and didn't highlight the damage they could do to the planet or the chemicals used to make them. Pads and tampons end up in landfills before they break down into microplastics that pollute oceans, rivers, beaches, and contaminate our water supply. The Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm carried out a life cycle assessment of tampons to determine their entire ecological footprint. Data showed that the largest impact came from the production of plastic tampon applicators and the plastic strip on the back of sanitary pads. These are made from LDPE, low-density polyethylene, a thermoplastic. Production of these plastic components of pads and tampons requires massive amounts of fossil fuel. Indeed, a year's worth of period products was estimated by a Harvard researcher to have a carbon footprint of 5.3 kilograms CO2 equivalents. Happily, organic all-cotton tampons and pads are often compostable, although usually only in municipal composting facilities. Some do feature plastic components though, so check with the manufacturer to be sure. Cardboard applicators can also be recycled, and some wrappers may also be compostable if made with cornstarch or other biodegradable materials. And Dame, a company in the UK, is set to launch a silicone-based reusable tampon applicator that fits any disposable tampon, further helping to cut down the number of disposable plastic applicators that end up in landfill or in the oceans. In general, organic all-cotton tampons are preferable to pads and other types of tampons in terms of carbon footprint, but these are likely not the greenest, healthiest, or most affordable option overall. Menstrual cups, period underwear, and reusable pads and tampons are all better options in terms of the environmental impact, health, and affordability. Used, cleaned, and stored correctly menstrual cups can last for many years, making them the more cost-efficient choice as well. For decades, people who have periods have campaigned for menstrual management products to be tax-free, provided free of charge in schools, and to generally be made more available and accessible even for those with low or fixed incomes. Why does it matter if schools and other institutions make period management products low cost or free? Well, consider the following calculations. 4 years or 48 months of tampons and pads costs $540. $5 for a box of 20 tampons multiplied by 13 cycles a year costs $260. $7 for a box of panty liners or pads, 10 per year, costs $280. Whereas the Flow Period Kit Plus, which includes menstrual cup plus reusable pads and extras, costs $90. Basically, after just 8 months of using a menstrual cup and pads, you'll start saving money you would otherwise be spending on tampons and disposable panty liners. And chances are these reusable options will last you for many years. Yes, reusable pads and period underwear require rinsing and washing, and menstrual cups can't be recycled, but the water consumption and energy use related to these products is negligible compared to what goes into producing, transporting, and disposing of disposable period products. It's also worth stopping for a moment to consider that teens who menstruate are looking at spending a considerable amount of money on menstrual management every year, putting them at a disadvantage to peers who do not have to cover these costs. All tampons are not created equal. In fact, some are downright bad for your body, as you may have gathered. You'll find that nearly every extremely popular brand of feminine products uses unfortunate chemicals, such as chlorine and parabens. Plus, any brand that doesn't use organic cotton uses cotton that has been doused with herbicides and pesticides, which you don't want in your body. Always, Cardinal Health, Carefree, CVS Health, Kotex, Signature Care, Stay Free, and Tampax are the worst ones to use if you're trying to avoid chemicals in your feminine products. If you're set on using disposable products, there are still a couple of options for an eco-friendlier flow. Some tampons are made of 100% organic cotton or natural bamboo, which can be composted. Organic pads made of organic cotton, cellulose, and veggie gum glue are also compostable. It can take 18 months for these products to fully break down in the right compost environment. For the best results, try pulling or cutting the pad or tampon apart just like you would with paper, cardboard, or egg cartons. We used a few key measures to pick out the best and most eco-friendly products on the market, including reusability, antimicrobial technology, no plastic, no harmful chemicals, and of course, reviews. Dame Reusable Tampon Applicator is the best in the list, which is made from self-sanitizing, medical-grade plastic. The sleek reusable tampon applicator is constructed from metaprene, a material made by UK medical engineers and designed to last for life. It contains antibacterial sanipolymers, which the company says are natural sterilizers that work around the clock to eliminate at least 99% of germs and microbes. Another one is Vita 100% natural cotton applicator-free tampons. If you've ever wished your tampon would fit in the nearly non-existent pocket of your tightest jeans, Vita's got your back. These tiny, compact tampons are applicator-free and discreet for travel. Made from 100% natural cotton and free of chemicals, synthetics, dyes, and fragrances, they're hypoallergenic and perfect for the compost bin. Not everyone loves an applicator-free tampon, as they're a bit trickier to insert, but once you get the hang of it, you'll love how much space they save. Cora tampons is another great choice for eco-friendly consumers. Discouraged by dirty cotton, Cora knew there was a better way to create high-quality products without harming our bodies or the planet. Every Cora product is GOTS certified, made with organic cotton in Turkey and ethically sourced by workers in Slovenia. For every new subscription, they donate a month's supply to girls in India. With applicator and applicator-free options, you can buy a one-time box or opt for monthly subscriptions with a free signature kit to start. Known to be super absorbent, you'll feel confident even on white denim days. So is the future plastic-free? The new plastic-packed versions of both tampons and pads vastly improved many women's experiences with their periods. But they also got generations of women and other menstruators hooked on plastic-centric products that will live on for at least 500 years after their brief usefulness has passed. It doesn't necessarily have to be this way. In Europe, most tampons are sold without applicators. In the US, there's growing interest in alternatives. In a recent survey, almost 60% of the women questioned were considering a reusable product, and about 20% were even currently users. That's a tectonic shift in the way women are thinking about managing their periods. Well, that's it from this video. What do you think about the future of feminine products? Do you think all period products, including tampons, will be plastic-free by 2030? Share your thoughts by commenting below. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and share this video with your friends to help spread awareness. Also, consider subscribing to our channel for more interesting videos every week.